Are you just millimeters or centimeters away from success? Because that's what we're talking about today. That's right, today we're talking about, are you just millimeters or centimeters away from achieving your dreams and goals? Because I know on the surface it probably does not feel like that. You may be going through one of the biggest challenges in your life. You might be wanting your dreams and goals, yet feel so far away or overwhelmed, or you're taking lots of inspired action, but the results don't seem to be coming your way. Well, the first thing I'd like to say is that the chances are, despite going through those struggles and those challenges and feeling as if it's miles away, you may be just millimeters or centimeters away from actually achieving your goal. I mean, consider this. If you're playing golf and you hit the ball just a millimeter off, the chances are it's going to go way away from where you actually want it to go. If you're kicking a soccer ball and you catch it a little bit too low, or you're just a millimeter leaning back, the ball's going to go a lot higher. And that means you're not going to score that goal. There are so many examples, even if you think about, if you're in a plane and you're flying somewhere, if that pilot was just a centimeter off, a foot off, just a certain few degrees off, and you're traveling a long distance, you're going to drastically miss your goal. But what if we just begin to realize, actually, we're just a little bit off, and what can we do to keep on continuing forward? Because you have to decide that this is now your time to achieve your goal. And despite maybe doing the consistent action, you may just want to refine some of the things that you do. You might want to develop that flexibility and consider other things, or learning from each one of your perceived failures. I mean, think about it like this. You could be the plant which is beneath the soil, just about to sprout, but if you gave up there and then, you're not going to get your goal. Or how many times would you tell a child to actually give up on trying to learn to walk? Seriously, how many times would that child have to get up and then fall down, get up and fall down, before you say, look, just quit now, you're not gonna get through this walking business? Well, you're never gonna say that, are you? That you're gonna give that child the belief that it can be done, the belief that everything's okay, it's just part of the process. So no matter where you are right now in relationship to your goal, I want you to realize that you might be just a millimeter off, which if you just refine, will allow you to yield the results that you want. The chances are you're doing many great things about achieving your goal, or your outcomes, or your dreams. But we just may have to just refine it that little bit more. So consider options of how you can refine your goal. How can you enhance what you're doing another 5-10%, which allows you to break through the surface and blossom into a plant? You have to really dig on the inside and realize that this is just part of a journey. You may be here and you'll go over here, but what do we have to do to bridge that gap? Are there small little tasks we can do in between those 2 points which will allow you to grow each step of the way, like the stepping stones along the way? That means we don't have to make those big leaps. We are at peace, but this is the journey. And that journey can be the most beautiful and wonderful thing. It may not feel like it at all, but trust me, once you've achieved your goal by just adjusting yourself ever so slightly, you're going to see far more success. You might be just that millimeter or centimeter away. And think about even just like your body, okay? So if you're in a state which is a lower state, a state which doesn't feel empowering, and if you just slightly pull your shoulders back, I mean, do it right now. Get into that state of, maybe the state you're in right now, or a state of lethargy, or whatever it is. Now just put your shoulders back and stand up straight. How does that change things for you? Now, it may not make a huge difference, but that subtle change will change your physiology, or that subtle change of physiology will have an impact on how you see the world differently. If you're walking down the street with your shoulders back and you're standing tall, you feel more confident. You feel more confident when you're speaking with people. So sometimes we have to just go on the inside and get into that peak state, a peak state which allows us to bring out more into life. It's not about what life brings you, it's about what you bring to life. So command your body, your unconscious mind to serve you, because that's what it's here to do. It helps heal yourself. It protects you. It runs a fight and flight response. It runs and maintains habits and memories and so on. So what we have to do is command our body to continue forward and make adjustments along the way. We speak power into our life. We have the powerful I ams. I am worthy and I am good enough. Even notice my physiology there when I'm saying it. I am worthy and I am good enough. It's far more powerful with the right physiology and the right tonality compared to the lack of tonality, the I am powerful or your physiology low. You have to put yourself in that peak state that will yield the results that you want. So just know that you can make those subtle changes. You might be a few millimeters from breaking through the soil into the world to actually blossom. You might be just having to adjust your golf swing or your soccer swing, your football swing, to be able to get to where you want to be. It takes practice, it takes time, but with that consistent practice and learning each step of the way, you will begin to grow and achieve your goals and dreams. So just bear that in mind, because you might be giving up on something which might just be round the corner. You just have to consider, what can you do differently? What can I learn from this? And how can I tap into myself to be able to bring out the biggest peak state of radiating what I want in my life to allow my unconscious mind to seek more of it? So I hope you enjoyed that tip, and I really look forward to speaking to you on a future video. So have a most wonderful day, and I'll speak to you soon. Many thanks and goodbye.